Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Wednesday, September the 12th, and this is the market overview. Looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UU, PFXE, GLD, SLV, and everything else. Alright, so the German bank, or the German courts, ruled in favor of the Germans bailing everyone out, which I guess was expected. It would have been kind of neat for them to say no, but yeah, they decided what they were going to decide to do, and the market is waiting for tomorrow. That's all there is to it. The Dow up almost 10 points, next to nothing, but once again making a new recent high. Bullish. Beyond that, we have more of the possible topping thing in the stochastics and the CCI. RSI still moving up, 14-day RSI moving average moving down, up still with the bullish cross on the MACD, up on the MACD histogram, and certainly if the news comes out tomorrow, QE, whatever, potentially it could go higher, could get locked in the upright position, etc. But at the moment, just a waiting game. And some fairly decent swings throughout the day. I mean, opened up pretty good and just kind of melted away as the day progressed. Nothing special, except that this little formation, possible stair-stepping, you can see that here in the past, goes down, comes up, goes down, comes up, goes down, comes back up, tries to go down, comes back up, etc. Could have more of that. Beyond that, the 60-minute time frame doesn't exactly look good. I mean, most things are pointing down. 14-day RSI moving average going sideways, RSI curling up, but everything else pointing down, definitely more negative than positive, but none of that really matters. Tomorrow is all about the news, just like today was, so won't get it overly into all those things. SPX, just by a hair, able to squeak out a new recent high, also bullish. Have to give the benefit of the doubt to the bulls, at least for the moment, until the news is done. And tomorrow the news will be done, so I'm hoping that we'll get to see something following tomorrow, maybe even as early as the close tomorrow, but I guess we'll see. Moving on to the VIX, it was down decently today. Said last night and the night before, getting to the long-term moving average bar should run into resistance there. Certainly that was the case. And today, unable and retreating from the long-term moving average bar. Still able to close above the major price consensus level for the new month, but it did peak below, which is possibly a bad sign. But overall, I mean, not a bad showing from the VIX. The daily doesn't look too horrible. You could get a bearish cross on the MACD if we are going down, but it hasn't completed that yet. And so have the 14-day RSI moving average moving up. So there's definitely potential on both sides, and very difficult to call in the face of Ben's announcement tomorrow. TNA, oh yes, also able to make a very small new recent high, bullish, but its candle is very questionable. Certainly everything looks pretty darn high at this moment. Definite topping area in the heat map, definite bubble in the short-term moving averages, just waiting for the reason to do a correction, and we don't have a downtick yet. The only bad thing is, if it turns out the QE stuff is a sell the news event, or they don't do it, or what have you, if it is a down, I just wouldn't be surprised for it to take out the entire bubble corrective move in one go. So that's the only bad thing about waiting for a downtick at this moment. But otherwise, just gambling, so best to wait. A trend change will last for weeks. Maybe it's around the corner, or maybe we'll get the indication that this is going to the moon, so best to wait. UUP continues to get destroyed. Lower than yesterday once again, no uptick. We are forming a bottoming area in the heat map, but and we do have a few things curling over, RSI, CCI, but still no firm indication that it's time for this sucker to go up. So still waiting. I mean, there's just nothing else to do. Precious metals, GLD, making a nope, it didn't even hit the high from a few days ago. Just waiting for a downtick on GLD as well. I think that it will be coming. 14-day RSI moving average is still pointing up. Everything else trying to roll over with the exception of the MACD. Once again, just a waiting game, waiting for a downtick. Been nicer if we had been farther away and had greater separation in the short-term moving average, since this will only be a few dollars once we do get a downtick. But a bubble corrective move and then a retest of the bar, that would be a really nice move. Just waiting for indication. Comp Q, the NASDAQ, weakest yesterday and not quite the weakest today. It actually did pretty good thanks to Apple. We're still waiting for a completion of the downtick target. And we still have 2 more days to do that. 14-day RSI moving average pointing down, stochastics pointing down, CCI pointing down, RSI going sideways, trying to get a bearish cross on the MACD, MACD histogram pointing down. This is not pretty on the daily. Nope. And Apple. It was really amazing. New recent low today, implying weakness. It was very slight, but it was there. And they were able to save it. It was up, it was down, it was up, it was down. I thought the announcement, the news, was pretty darn strong for Apple. Very good lineup to sell, very good product to sell. And it ended at the highs of the day. Very strong. We have the CCI turning around, people buying. But everything else is pointing down. Very, very interesting. I'm not exactly sure what to make of this one. Need more data, but very, very interesting. And JP Morgan, strongest bank. Nice day. Closing inside the upper Bollinger Band, a good thing. There is a bubble here. We don't have a downtick yet. I'm hoping for some more. Certainly if they get QE tomorrow, it should be up. Everything is trying to point up in the daily. Daily doesn't look poor, except that it's had quite a run already. So very interesting. I would love to see a gigantic blow up top, maybe somewhere between $1 and $3 in a single day, and then maybe it'll be too much. But you know, who knows? This is, I mean, still well off of its highs. Who knows? Still too early. QE makes or breaks everything. What can you say? XLF, more of the same. This actually looks worse than JP Morgan. Stochastics trying to turn over. And it's not nearly as far away from its recent highs as JP Morgan. So that actually kind of makes me think that JP Morgan has more to the upside than this would. But I don't see how this would run into problems if JP Morgan is going to do that. So anyways, sorry, talking to myself. And USO oil. Make it short and sweet tonight. Unable to beat its recent high today. 14-day RSI moving average turning over. The secondary reset is almost complete. You can already see weakness in the fast stochastic. You can already see the CCI losing steam. RSI is already rolling over. Yeah, this one doesn't look that great to me unless it has a breakout tomorrow. And if they print, then hey, they probably will. What is there to say? Just waiting for tomorrow. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you.